Hello. It's Robert Kiyosaki. This is the first emergency podcast or broadcast I have ever done.
With the news that the Federal Reserve will be raising interest rates once again, this now puts even more pressure on the US banking system. Now, due to the fastest rate hike cycle in history, already 3 of the US banks have crumbled. However, Robert Kiyosaki of the Rich Dad Company believes this is just the beginning. He and his advisor, Andy Schectman, just put out an emergency warning explaining why a domino of banks and bank runs are now coming. And so in this video, we'll be covering 3 main topics. First, the speech from Janet Yellen, which has shocked the financial world, essentially saying your money is not safe. Then, why hundreds of the smaller banks in America will be forced to close due to the mismanagement of people's money. And then we'll finish up with why more bank runs are likely coming. So if this affects you, then be sure to protect yourself and your family. Okay, first up, Robert Kiyosaki has just put out an urgent message, as what we're seeing in the US banking sector is unprecedented.
What Fuller said was that our wealth is stolen via the banks, via our money supply. And today our emergency broadcast or podcast is with dear friend Andy Schectman. He's my source. He's my credibility. He knows what he's talking about. Like me, he studies the whole history of this whole insanity that's going on today in the banking system. And his alias was D.B. Cooper. Remember those initials, D.B. Cooper, because what it stands for is deception, betrayal, collusion. Deception, betrayal, and collusion. This is an emergency broadcast. Deception, betrayal, collusion. You'll see a video playing of Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. This is collusion.
Will the deposits in every community bank in Oklahoma, regardless of their size, be fully insured now? Are they fully recovered? Every bank, every community bank in Oklahoma, regardless of the size of the deposit, will they get the same treatment that SVB just got or Signature Bank just got?
A bank only gets that treatment if a majority of the FDIC board, a supermajority of the Fed board, and I, in consultation with the president, determine that the failure to protect uninsured depositors would create systemic risk.
So what is your plan to keep large depositors from moving their funds out of community banks into the big banks? We have seen the mergers of banks over the past decade. I'm concerned you're about to accelerate that by encouraging anyone who has a large deposit in a community bank to say, we're not going to make you whole, but if you go to one of our preferred banks, we will make you whole at that point.
Look, I mean, that's certainly not something that we're encouraging.
That is happening right now.
That is happening because depositors are concerned about the bank failures that have happened and whether or not other banks could also
No,
fail.
it's happening because you're fully insured no matter what the amount is. If you're in a big bank, you're not fully insured if you're in a community bank.
Well, you're not fully insured.
So basically, you've now heard it right from the horse's mouth. The money you thought would be protected by FDIC insurance turns out not to be the case. And if these banks run into trouble, they will not be bailed out. This is really bad news for anyone with money in any of the 4,000 plus smaller banks in America. And unfortunately, it's going to force people into the major banks, the JP Morgans, the Wells Fargo, the Bank of America, etc. Now, if you're interested to know how these banks could possibly go insolvent overnight, this is why.
And it's important to understand something. So all of these banks over the last several years have accumulated with the deposits that they received since the president was able to remove all of the reserve requirements during the pandemic to zero. So most of these banks have virtually nothing in the way of currency on hand. And because they would take these deposits that came in from the depositors, and they would buy bonds with them, typically treasuries, and in many cases mortgage-backed securities, at rates above what they were paying, of course, to the depositors, but in what was typically considered safe places to be. The problem is all of those bonds have an average maturity or an average yield rather of about 2 to 2.5% and long maturities. And so the problem is that since interest rates have risen closer to 5%, every one of those bonds in their portfolio have lost 50% or more of their value. Now, the banking regulations say that they don't have to mark those to market until they sell them. And so they have a whole balance sheet filled with toxic assets that have lost over half their value or more. So in the case of SVC, when you saw a run on the bank, for whatever reason, you get people running on the bank because there's so little cash, the reserve requirements have been slashed to nothing. These banks are forced to sell their bonds at a huge loss in order to meet customer demands to get their money back. Then, as we saw last week, a large bank can become insolvent in less than 24 hours. And that's exactly what happened. The FDIC can't handle this. Their insurance fund is only 0.03% of bank deposits, 0.03%, roughly $125 billion in FDIC liquidity backing over $9.5 trillion in deposits.
So did you get that? Amazingly, only 0.03% of people's money is actually protected. They have a $125 billion fund that's meant to cover $9.5 trillion of people's money. So the message of this video is very clear. If you want your money in the bank to actually be insured and protected, you must move over to one of the major banks and do not be one of the last people standing.
In essence, what she was saying was that all of those smaller banks are dead on arrival. They won't be bailed out. And if they're not deemed to be systemically important, then they will have no backstopping. And what that is basically doing is herding everyone into a pen of the 4, 5, 6 biggest commercial banks in the world, or in the United States, the Wells Fargos, the Bank of America, the Citi, the JP, the Goldman. All of them are going to be too big to fail, systemically too big to fail, interconnected with one another through a massive, massive amount of derivatives, whereby if they fail, they'll bring down the whole system. But the little banks, those banks, no, they won't be bailed out, and too bad. And what that's going to do is collapse the entire small banking industry, the entire regional bank industry is going to collapse. Who's going to leave their money in these little banks?
Robert Kiyosaki has just put out an emergency warning, and this stems from the Treasury Secretary herself. If you are with any of the 4,000 smaller banks in America, they will not be bailed out. And unfortunately, whether this has been done by design or not, you would be wise to move over to one of the top 6 or so major banks. And so the message here is pretty clear. This is the only way to be sure that your money is going to be protected. So if this impacts you or your family, now is the time to migrate and don't be the last person standing. And remember, this is not speculation. This is coming from Janet Yellen herself. They will not be bailed out. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now, unfortunately, this video wasn't all rainbows and unicorns, but what's going on in the banking sector right now is unprecedented. So for now, just to say, if you did find the message of this video useful, then drop a like and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.